clear the room, I like to write alone. I'm in my zone, bass bouncing off the styrofoam. I'm never in between, I'm either hot or cold. Can't be a loser, I maneuver like I got a clone. I'm out here in these streets like I ain't got a home. And you barely hear from me like I ain't got a phone. Because there's no days off, there's no days off. I know it sounds a little painful, but it pays off. Social sites was distracting, so I stayed.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Atlanta Falcons. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, first open back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A few moments ago, it was Desmond Trufant of the Falcons making their way out of the tunnel to the delight of this sold-out crowd as his guys get set to do battle with the Oakland Raiders. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Space to maneuver at the 40. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
So that one will be accepted.
Still first down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Carr to throw. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Yeah, the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
Former 4th-round pick out of Duke is Jamison Crowder. Now, he doesn't grab a lot of headlines, but he's been quietly dependable for his first 3 years in the league. Shifty, excellent route runner from the slot position, finds his way open, and catches the football. Yeah, he's dependable. Quarterbacks love to throw to him.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
Lucky 56.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gone!
On 1st and 10, Lauletta. Got a man over the middle. It's Woods. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta. He goes underneath to Freeman. 23 yards on the play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. Here's Lauletta. And his throw here's incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. A look there at how the Raiders will start defensively. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Lauletta again here on 2nd and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Detroit!
To the air yet again, Lauletta. And the Raiders have got him. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Gone.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta. They'll roll him out right. And that is going to be incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. A very solid gain of 27.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Again, this is Kelly. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll hand it off to Kelly. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Carr. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think we're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone. Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
And his kick here is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And here now come the Falcons. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
Lucky
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Lauletta on 2nd down. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
This is 3rd and long. Here's Lauletta. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. The drive starts with Rob Kelly. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
On the run, it's Kelly. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So out come the Falcons now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They run with it. It's Kelly. Space to run past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff block.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Cameron Meredith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes Kyle Lauletta and company back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Freeman with a fast feet, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Lauletta looking for a 1st down throw. And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown, Falcons! Martavis Bryant, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Carr now to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
So far, he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. This is Kelly. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down, and that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Over.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
The good old toss play. And this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 2nd down, here's Lauletta. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Gone!
Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Lauletta on first down. Buying time to his left. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Here's Coleman. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll fake it. Now Lauletta. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Here's Lauletta. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Keep playing hard, fellas. All day. Whoa! Let's get it.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Single, slot. Hey, you're running out of Leopard. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Falcons on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Gone! Detroit!
Lauletta, he'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on third down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
So we are at halftime here. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Watch him now, Barney!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
When you see a big-time run to the outside, it always comes back to setting the edge, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and they were perfect in setting the edge there.
And the funny part is, both sides of the ball talk about it. The offense has to set the edge so you can get outside. The defense wants to set the edge to control things so they can kick the run back inside.
Offense wins there.
Offense won big.
Leopard! Gone!
On 1st down, Lauletta. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Carr. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now Kelly. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it, to see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. C.J. Uzomah, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a second down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
On 1st and 10, Lauletta rolling to his right. He goes underneath to Freeman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety back.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Detroit! Detroit!
Lauletta now to throw it. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First time they looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arm saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
Lauletta on first down. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Jameis to throw it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Winston. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Let's start on the ground with Kelly. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll go again with Kelly. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Kelly running left. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
To throw his car. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta again here on 2nd and 10. And the Raiders have got him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
This is 3rd and long. Here's Lauletta going deep here for Bryant. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Carr now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cole. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This is Kelly. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing now is Carr. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now it's Lauletta. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half.
Right,
not bad. 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Over.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, it's Lauletta. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Gone! Leopard!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 23, the 30, past the 20. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make...
And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Martavis Bryant with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carr now on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. To sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Okay. Let's go. 4 down. Let's go. Down. 180.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. He's back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Here's Kelly on 4th down. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Over.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Spins past him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Coleman now, and he stopped immediately there. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. This is Coleman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Lauletta now to throw. Going underneath, it's Coleman. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down, so you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. And no move by Dan Quinn to get the offense off the field. They're staying out there, and they're going for it on 4th.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Lauletta. And that is incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cole. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And the spike comes with just 12 seconds left to go. And no, they can't connect on the pass. So that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And